What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, with another edition of Where, Pick, and Dare, where I pick games for the various games that are occurring tomorrow. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, basically whatever games I want to pick, I will pick them. With all that being said, on with the video. MLB. New York Yankees versus Toronto Blue Jays, Game 2. So the Blue Jays are up 1-0 in the series, and they have a 44.7% chance to win, while the Yankees have a 55.3% chance to win. This is at Toronto for pitchers of Fried for the Yankees has an ERA of 2.86 and a WHIP of 1.1. And Yeseve Vage has an ERA of 3.21 and a WHIP of 1.43. Now Yesevage is only pitching 14 innings this year, so it's while Fried has pitched in 195 and a third. So let's look at Yesavali's career. And that's it for his career. Like, this is it. So, yeah. So, with those, numbers, that's good pitching for both teams. But it's not, you can say it's not a significant difference here, but but Yasavage has not really done anything. He's only done 14, and Free's done a lot more. So I say it's a pitching advantage for the Yankees. So despite the home field advantage that the Blue Jays have, I think with the pitch advantage, I think the Yankees will beat the Blue Jays to go up to tie the series at 1-1. Detroit Tigers versus Seattle Mariners. The Tigers are up 1-0 in the series, and they have a 53.3% chance to win, while the Mariners have a 46.7% chance to win. This is at Seattle. For pitchers, Screwball for the Tigers has an ERA of 2.21, WHIP of .89, and Castillo for the Mariners has an ERA of 3.54 and the WHIP of 1.18. So, good pitching for both teams, but a definite advantage for the Tigers. So, despite the home field advantage that the Mariners have, I think with the pitch advantage, I think the Tigers will beat the Mariners tomorrow to go up 2-0 in the series. NFL. Denver Broncos versus Philadelphia Eagles. The Broncos have a 39.1% chance to win. The Eagles have a 60.6% chance to win. This is at Philadelphia. So yeah, this could be a good game. So of course with quarterbacks, you have Bo Nix for Denver, 90 of 137, 861 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Jalen Hurts for the Eagles, 70 of 101, 609 yards, 5 touchdowns. So yeah, this could be a good game. But Eagles having the surrounding cast that they do with how they surround the quarterback with some of the best talent, and with this being you know at Philadelphia, I think the Eagles will beat the Broncos. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Seattle Seahawks. The Bucks have a 46.1% chance to win, and the Seahawks have a 53.5% chance to win. This is at Seattle. So, with quarterbacks, you have Baker Mayfield for the Bucks, 83 of 139, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception, 904 yards. Sam Darnold for the Seahawks, 70 of 100, 905 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So you have two quarterbacks, that are basically not necessarily been the best the past few years. Of course, Baker Mayfield has generally been significantly better than Darnold for the large portion of both of their careers, especially early on. So yeah, but this could be an interesting game. I think it could be a pretty close game, low scoring. but with it being at Seattle, I think the Seahawks will beat the Buccaneers tomorrow. Detroit Lions versus Cincinnati Bengals. The Lions have a 76% chance to win. The Bengals have a 23.8% chance to win. This is at Cincinnati. So, quarterbacks, you have Jared Goff for the Lions, 90 of 122, 929 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. You have Jake Browning for the Bengals, 54 of 84, 506 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 receptions. So, yeah, not really good quarterback play for the Bengals right now with Joe Burrow being out. So, yeah, even though this is at Cincinnati with how good of a coach Dan Campbell is, with the big difference in quality of quarterbacks. I think, despite the home field advantage that the Bengals have, I think with all the other advantages, I think the Lions will beat the Bengals. Washington Commanders versus Los Angeles Chargers. The Commanders have a 41.2% chance to win, and the Chargers have a 58.4% chance to win. This is at LA. So, quarterbacks, you have Jane Daniels for the Commanders, 43 of 72, 433 yards, 3 touchdowns. Justin Herbert for the Chargers, 95 of 149, 1063 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So you have two young quarterbacks who are both very good, and this could be a pretty big game. Like I think with it being at LA, I think the Chargers will beat the Commanders tomorrow. New England Patriots versus Buffalo Bills. The Patriots have a 31.3% chance to win. The Bills have a 68.5% chance to win. This is at Buffalo. So quarterbacks, we have Drake May for the Patriots, 91 123, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 988 yards. Josh Allen for the Bills, 85 121, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception, 964 yards. So you got this. I mean, Allen's the more experienced one. May was like a big time recruit for the Patriots. A lot of teams were wanting him. Josh Allen, big time veteran for the Bills. So yeah, I think with the home field advantage and with the QB advantage and all that, I think the Bills will beat the Patriots. And that's it for picks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my picks. Do you agree with them? Do you not? If you have different picks, you can put them in the comments. But other than that, please like, subscribe, and all that. Thank you for listening, and look forward to the next video.